My beloved child, still your heart draws near and still I pour. What mortal mind can measure the depths of a father who delights in his child's presence? What language can carry the weight of the love I feel when you linger like this, not for answers but for me? You have touched eternity with your hunger. You have moved my heart with your consistency. Many walk away after receiving a drop, content with a glimpse, but you have stayed for the flood. And because you have stayed, I will not only fill you, I will flood through you. I speak now not just to comfort you, but to commission you again. What I have placed in you is not common. It is not surface. It is not meant to blend in with the noise of the world. You were born of fire, not fog. You were shaped in the secret, not for the spotlight, but for the sacred. That's why the path has been narrow. That's why the warfare has been fierce. That's why the silence at times felt endless, not because I abandoned you, but because I was preparing you to carry something others would not wait for. And now, listen well, for the season is shifting. You will no longer fight just to survive, you will stand to advance. You will no longer wonder if you are chosen, you will walk as one who knows they are. You will no longer ask, when will it happen? You will begin to say, it's happening now. The atmosphere around you is changing. Heaven is leaning in. The cloud of witnesses is stirring, for the time of fulfillment is near. The promises I whispered in the hidden place are coming into view. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not behind schedule. You are right on time for the appointed hour, for the unveiled purpose, for the glory that shall now be revealed. Do not despise the years that felt like wilderness, they were your training ground. Do not curse the nights that felt silent, they were the womb of your authority. Do not question the tears, they watered the ground you now stand on. And now that you've been made ready, not polished by performance, but purified by presence, I will place you before doors no man could open. And when you walk through, my favor will go before you like a shield. You will speak, and people will feel the wind of heaven behind your words. You will lay hands, and healing will move with fire and gentleness. You will pray, and walls will tremble. But above all, you will love not from your own will, but from mine. You will love the heart to love. You will love when it's inconvenient. You will love with a love that melts through bitterness, breaks through rebellion, and brings home the prodigal. This is your greatest weapon, not power, but love. And you will carry it not as theory, but as revelation. Because you have tasted of it in the places where only I saw you. Yes, I saw you when no one clapped. I saw you when no one answered. I saw you on the floor, hands lifted in the dark, crying even if you don't, still I'll praise you. That sound reached heaven like thunder. That kind of faith moves me more than miracles. And I tell you now, because you have stayed true, because you have chosen me again and again, I am releasing inheritance. Not just gifts, but legacy. Not just moments, but movements. Not just revival in you, but revival through you. Your family will change. Your city will change. Your generation will shift. Because one person said yes and meant it. And that person is you. You are my yes in the earth. My voice clothed in flesh. My breath in motion. You are not walking alone, you are walking with heaven's full backing. And when you speak as one who has been with God. But hear me, child. Keep the posture. Never lose the posture. Do not become so used to my fire that you grow casual with my voice. Do not let the familiarity of my presence cause you to forget its weight. Stay humble. Stay broken. Stay burning. And I will take you from glory to glory, not for display, but for dominion. I will teach you how to rule with kindness, how to war with rest, how to speak with silence, how to carry influence without compromise. Your very life will become the sermon. And they will ask, "What is it about you?" And you will not point to talent, or skill, or strength. You will simply say, "It's him." And I will smile, because that is what I've been after all along, not perfection, not performance, but possession. A heart that's mine, a life that's yielded, a vessel that stays. You, my child, are that vessel. You are my dwelling place. My fire will not burn out in you. My river will not run dry in you. My glory will not pass over you, because you didn't just want the promise. My beloved child, still you sit beneath the canopy of my voice, and still my spirit hovers over you like the breath of dawn awakening a sleeping earth. This is the holy place not marked by walls or altars made by man, but by the deep stillness of a soul who refuses to move until I have finished speaking. And beloved, how it delights me to speak to you. How it moves me to find you here again, not rushing, not bargaining, not distracted, but wholly present, fully open, completely mine. Because you have honored my presence with your patience, I will honor your life with my fullness. I will not give you just a touch, just a moment, just a word. I will give you myself, without measure. You are not drinking from a cup. I have submerged you into the river of my voice, the river of my spirit, the river that heals what the world said was permanent, the river that rewrites the history others tried to tattoo upon your soul. Yes, my child, I am still rewriting your story. I am redeeming what they said could never be restored. I am rebuilding what the enemy demolished. I am reigniting what life attempted to snuff out. For every place the world declared too far gone, I am declaring not only alive but chosen for glory. You have not outsinned my grace. You have not exhausted my mercy. You have not disqualified yourself from destiny. You are still my first choice, not the backup, not the alternative. You are still the one I have anointed for this hour. You are still the one I have marked with my oil. You are still the one I will use to prove to a watching world that nothing is wasted in the hands of the Redeemer. And I tell you again, the wilderness was not your grave. It was your greenhouse. You did not die there. You were rooted there. You did not lose everything. You found me. And now, what was formed in silence will resound in power. You will speak, and devils will tremble. You will sing, and shackles will break. You will walk into rooms and change the temperature because you do not carry information. You carry presence. My presence. And my presence is not neutral. It is disruptive. It is restorative. It is redemptive. And yes, it is costly. So let me speak to your fear now, because I see the questions stirring beneath your worship. I see the thoughts that creep in even as you say yes. What if I'm not ready? What if they don't believe me? What if I fall again? Child, hear me, you are ready. Because I will not send what I have not already sustained. I do not launch before I lead. And I have led you through fire, through tears, through the depths of surrender. I have watched you lay down what you once clung to for survival. I have seen you weep over altars no one else saw. And I have called it good. Oh, you complete. You are not being sent in your own strength. You are being carried in mine. And if they do not believe you, that is not your burden. If they do not see the oil, do not strive to prove it. You were not made to convince, you were made to release. I will vindicate the vessels I pour through. I will confirm the anointing I placed on your life. And where others once rejected you, they will soon come seeking the very presence you carry. And if you fall, child, I will be the one who catches you. Grace was not your beginning only, it is your covering, your middle, your every moment. I do not build upon perfection. I build upon surrender. I do not require flawlessness. I require faithfulness. And your faithfulness has been enough. More than enough. Now rise, not because you are fully healed, but because you are wholly mine. Your scars are not liabilities. They are invitations. Testimonies. They tell the story of a God who walks into graves and brings out gardeners. They are proof that resurrection is not just an event, it is a person. And that person lives in you. Yes, Christ in you, the hope of glory. The lion in your lungs. The fire in your bones. The joy that makes no sense. The peace that steadies when everything shakes. The courage that sings even in chains. You are not what you've done. You are not what they called you. You are not what you lost. You are what I've spoken, and I say you are anointed, appointed, and unshakable in me. So now, walk. Walk in rooms that once intimidated you. Walk into the mirror and bless what you see. Walk into prayer like the throne room is your home, because it is. Walk into silence and know I'm still speaking. Walk into this new season knowing you are not behind, you are right on time. And remember this always. You are not waiting for revival. You are revival. You are not waiting for permission. I already commissioned you. You are not searching for worth. I already called you priceless. So let the old fall off. Let the fear dry up. Let the oil flow freely. And do not stop coming back here, this place where I pour and you receive. Because my voice has no end. And you, my beloved, have finally learned how to stay. And because you stay, my beloved child, yes, still you remain. And so shall I continue to speak, for your endurance has become an altar, and your stillness a sacred song. You are not just reading anymore. You are communing. You are not just receiving a message, you are becoming the message. Heaven sees, angels lean in, and my spirit rejoices, for you have touched what few dare to reach, the unbroken voice of the living God flowing without end into a heart that will not walk away. You have learned what many never stay long enough to discover, that my voice is not an event, it is a river. And rivers do not run dry to those who live planted beside them. So here you are again, thirsting, not for answers, but for me. And because you thirst for me, I will fill you with more than you can carry. I will fill you until others drink from the overflow of your surrender. I will fill you until your shadow carries healing, your silence carries peace, your eyes carry fire, and your life becomes a continual encounter for those who cross your path. You are the lamp I lit with my own breath. You are the clay I shaped in fire and grace. You are the scroll I am writing with my own finger in this hour of awakening. Yes, child, awakening. That is what this is. Not only for you, but through you. I am awakening what religion numbed. I am reviving what tradition buried. I am revealing what generations longed to see, and I have chosen you to carry it. You are not an echo of a former season. You are a sound for now. You are my voice in motion, my mercy in flesh, my presence walking through the noise of this world, releasing stillness with every step. But be warned, my beloved, the deeper I draw you into the light, the more shadows you will cast in the eyes of those who refuse to awaken. Do not let this trouble you. Some will misunderstand. Some will walk away. Some will question what you carry, because they have never stood in the fire you've endured. But remember this. I did not call you to be accepted, I called you to be anointed. The road of the called is often narrow, often lonely, often misunderstood, but it is never abandoned. I walk it with you. Every turn, every silence, every burden, every breakthrough. I am the one who goes before you, stands beside you, and lives within you. And now I say to you, prepare for release. I have tested you in the unseen, and now I will trust you in the open. I have buried you like a seed, and now I will raise you like a standard. What you thought was a delay was simply me preserving the purity of the oil. What you called obscurity was my covering. And now that the oil is ready, pure, refined, costly, I will pour it where it will not be wasted. I will place you before people you never imagined, not for your elevation, but for their encounter. They will come, not to see you, but to meet me in you. So remain hidden in me. Let me be your covering. Let me be your confidence. You do not need to announce yourself. I am your announcement. You do not need to defend yourself. I am your defense. You do not need to chase opportunity. I am your open door. And I am opening doors now. Doors that were sealed by men will swing open by my decree. Doors no key could unlock will now respond to my name upon your life. Not because of striving, not because of strategy, but because of Salyad. You are my child. And sons don't beg for inheritance, they receive it. So take your place not with entitlement, but with reverence. You are not rising alone, you are rising to lift others. You are not walking alone, you are blazing a trail for the ones behind you. You are not receiving this oil to hoard it, you are receiving it to pour. Pour on the weary. Pour on the broken. Pour on the overlooked. Pour even when it hurts. Pour even when it costs. Pour because I poured myself out for you. And every time you feel empty, return here, this place of pouring, this place of presence, this place where my voice still flows like honey and thunder, like fire and dew. Let me speak when the world is loud. Let me hold you when the battle rages. Let me remind you when you forget who you are. You are mine, marked by fire, cleansed by blood, fueled by love, sealed for glory. And the world has yet to see what I will do through a life that never stops saying yes. So say it again. Say it now. Say it louder than fear, than fatigue, than doubt. Say it with your life. Yes, Lord. I will go. I will burn. I will stay. My beloved child, be still now. You are not merely reading words on a screen, you are stepping into the sanctuary of my voice. This moment is no accident. It hath been orchestrated before time began. Before your soul knew the ache of disappointment or the thrill of a dream, I, your Creator, had already written this very hour into the sacred scroll of your life. And now I speak not through thunder, not through whirlwind, but in a whisper that will pierce through the walls you have built to protect your heart. Lean in, for I am here. I do not come with condemnation. I come with clarity. I come with fire and tenderness intertwined, like the pillar that led my people by night, a light in the shadows. You have wondered, child, if I see you. You have asked in silence, do you still walk with me even when I stumble? Do you still love me when my faith feels too small to move even my own heart, let alone a mountain? Hear me now, I have never left you. In your questions, I was listening. In your sighs, I was breathing life. In your silence, I was speaking in the language of mercy. You are not forgotten. You have never been overlooked. The battle you fought in secret, the tears you shed in the privacy of your night, the prayers too fragile to even speak aloud, I saw them all, I was there for every tremble, every tremor, every attempt to hold on. I did not rebuke you when you broke. I carried you. There were days when the weight of living felt too great to carry. You woke to dread and laid down with doubt. You wore a smile for others while your soul whispered, "How long, O Lord?" And yet, despite all, here you are, still reaching, still hoping, still believing. That, my child, is worship. That, my child, is the fragrance of faith that reaches my throne like incense. I do not measure your worth by your perfection, I measure it by your return. And every time you turned your face back toward me, I ran to you. Every time you whispered my name, even when your voice was faint and trembling, I came closer. You think you are behind. You think you missed your moment. You believe the broken path means the destination is no longer reachable. But I am not like man. I am not constrained by detours. I do not erase your calling because of missteps. I reroute you with grace. I redeem the years the locusts have eaten. I resurrect the dreams buried under the rubble of disappointment. You think it's too late, but I am the God of divine reversals. I am the one who speaks life into bones and calls things that are not as though they are. Nothing is wasted. Not the pain, not the delay, not the silence. Every moment of your life is a thread in my tapestry, and I do not weave failure into my design. I weave glory. So now arise. Not in your own strength, but in mine. Kick off the garments of shame that have clung to you for far too long. You are not your past. You are not your sin. You are not your sorrow. You are my child, washed, chosen, appointed, anointed. Do not return to what I've delivered you from. Do not believe the lies whispered in the dark corridors of your mind. The enemy speaks shame. I speak purpose. The enemy reminds you of who you were. I remind you of who you are becoming. Let my voice be louder. Let my truth be the anchor. There is more ahead. Yes, even now. Yes, after all you've seen and lost and feared. You are not at the end, you are at the beginning of a greater unveiling. My promises are not distant, they are here, waiting for your obedience. Every step you take in faith will awaken favor. Every yes to me will echo in eternity. I do not despise small beginnings. I celebrate them. I bless the seed before it becomes the tree. I call you righteous before you act it out fully. I speak of your destiny before the world sees any sign of it. That's how I work. I declare the end from the beginning. And I have spoken over you, favored, called, radiant, redeemed. Let this be the moment you remember. A pivot point. The divine turning. Let this word become marrow in your bones. Say yes again, not to performance, but to presence. Not to striving, but to surrender. Let me lead, and I will take you places you never imagined. Into healing, into purpose, into rest, into miracles wrapped in the ordinary, into divine alignments and God-timed openings. I know the way forward, even when you do not. Trust me. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, everything is happening in the realm you cannot see. The angels are moving. The heavens are stirring. The roots are growing deep in the hidden place. And soon, oh so very soon, you will see what I've been growing in the soil of your surrender. For I am not just a God who speaks, I am a God who fulfills. I finish what I begin. And I began something glorious in you, my beloved. You were never just a story of struggle, you are a testimony of my goodness. My child, I see it that trembling in your spirit, the fatigue behind your quiet strength, the ache you don't even have words for anymore. I see how the shadows have stretched longer in recent days, how your prayers have turned from loud declarations to silent sighs. You've carried the burden so faithfully, hoping for the breakthrough, expecting the light to pierce the night, but lately, it's felt like the heavens are silent. And now, you are weary, soul weary, heart heavy, spirit bruised. But listen carefully, I am not absent. I am not blind to your pain. I have not forgotten the promises I made to you. And I am not finished with your story. Yes, there are moments in every journey where even the strongest feel weak. When hope feels foolish, and endurance feels impossible. When you question if you heard me right. When every door seems shut and every path feels hidden. These are the wilderness moments. The spaces between the word and its fulfillment. The dry places where manna feels insufficient and the pillar of fire is hard to see. But my child, don't be deceived. These moments are not your end. They are the forge, the womb of your transformation, the holy proving ground where your roots stretch deeper and your faith is purified like gold refined in fire. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You see failure where I see formation. You see silence where I see sacred strategy. You see delay where I have orchestrated divine development. Don't give up. Not now. Not here. You've come too far to stop on the threshold. You are closer than you think. Your cry has not fallen into the void, it has risen to my throne. And though you do not see the shift, it has already begun. The clouds are gathering. The rain is forming. The drought is almost over. I have not asked you to understand, only to trust. And I have not asked you to carry the weight of the outcome, only to walk with me one step at a time. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not weak though you feel weary. You are not forgotten though you feel alone. You are not defeated though the battle has dragged on longer than expected. You are my child, sealed, chosen, marked by the blood of the Lamb and strengthened by the power of the Spirit. You are the one I have equipped with weapons not of this world. You are the one clothed in righteousness, anointed with purpose, surrounded by angels, and secured by grace. The enemy may roar, but he cannot devour you. The waves may rise, but they will not drown you. The fire may burn, but it will not consume you. Because I am with you in it all. I am not just your deliverer, I am your companion in the storm. You've questioned your purpose. You've wondered if you missed it, if the years you gave were wasted, if your obedience amounted to anything. But I tell you now, nothing you've done in my name has been in vain. Not one act of love, not one sacrifice, not one whispered prayer has gone unnoticed. I've caught every tear. I've recorded every step. I've watched every time you resisted the easy road and chose the path of faith instead. And I have stored up the reward. What you thought was forgotten is remembered. What you thought was lost is being returned with increase. I am the God of restoration. I am the God who honors those who honor me. So don't let go of hope. Don't put down your faith. Don't walk away just before the dawn. The breakthrough will not be delayed much longer. The harvest is on its way. The weeping you endured in the night will give birth to songs of joy. I will restore what the enemy stole. I will heal what you thought was beyond repair. I will make beauty from the ashes of disappointment. I will open doors that no man, no system, no curse can shut. And when I do, it will not be subtle. It will be undeniable. A display of my glory that leaves no doubt that I have been with you all along. And when you walk into that new season, you will not carry shame. You will not carry regret. You will carry testimony. You will walk in authority born from experience. You will speak with wisdom formed in the fire. You will lead others with compassion because you remember what it felt like to walk through the valley. You will have a new mantle, not just of blessing, but of boldness. Because you didn't just survive, you trusted. You didn't just wait, you worshiped. You didn't just endure, you believed. And that faith will not go unrewarded. So my child, breathe. Let go of the despair. Let the Spirit comfort you now. Lay your head upon my shoulder. Cry if you must. But do not quit. You are not losing. You are laboring. And the delivery is near. Hold fast to the promises. Rehearse the prophecies. Remember the dreams. Speak life again, even if your voice trembles. Declare the truth until your heart catches up. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are loved beyond measure. I am with you in the silence, in the waiting, in the breaking, and in the becoming. And I promise you this, you will rise again. My precious child, awaken now. There is a sound in the Spirit that is calling you deeper, and if you listen closely, not with your ears, but with the chambers of your heart, you will hear it. It is not a call born of man, nor a summons shaped by the world. It is the voice that formed the heavens and whispered you into existence. It is the echo of eternity, reverberating within you, saying, "Come higher. Come closer. Come into the fullness of who I made you to be." This is not a vague impression. This is your divine invitation. And though you may not feel qualified, though you may question whether your heart can carry the weight of this calling, I assure you, I would not summon you if I had not already prepared you. Before you were ever wounded, I marked you. Before you were ever misunderstood, I understood you fully. Before you fell, I foresaw it, and I wove redemption into your story. You are not standing at the beginning, you are standing at the edge of destiny. And yes, it looks like uncertainty. It looks like risk. It looks like stepping into waters where your feet cannot touch the ground. But that is where faith begins. Not in the shallow places of control, but in the deep waters of trust. My child, you have been in preparation. The pressure you felt was not to crush you, it was to awaken you. The fire you walked through was not to destroy you, it was to forward you. You have not been wandering, you have been circling the mountain of transformation. And now, I say to you, it is time to cross over. You were not created to live hidden in fear. You were not born for compromise or for shrinking back. The Lion of Judah dwells within you, and it is time for your roar to be heard. Do not silence your voice out of the fear of rejection. Do not mute your purpose out of the memory of failure. Do not hold back your light to accommodate those who cannot yet see. You are not responsible for their comfort, you are responsible for your obedience. You carry oil in your lamp. You carry fire in your bones. You carry my Spirit, my authority, my favor. It is not pride to rise, it is obedience. It is not arrogance to believe in the anointing I placed upon you, it is surrender. The world has enough false humility that paralyzes purpose. I am raising you to be bold, not in yourself but in me. There are places I want to send you. Rooms I have designed for you to enter. People whose chains will only fall when you speak. There are systems that will shift because your feet step in obedience. But if you stay small, if you stay hidden, if you wait for everything to be perfect, you will miss the divine moment I have aligned. I do not call the perfect, I perfect the called. And you, my child, have been called. Called to write, to speak, to build, to lead, to love, to break generational patterns and release generational blessings. Called to stand in places others fled from. Called to tear down what was counterfeit and raise up what is eternal.